Jackie Gleason is often remembered for his iconic lounge music records, found in countless family collections. But beneath the surface lies the enigmatic story of Herbert John Gleason, a larger-than-life figure whose career defied conventions, filled with twists, conspiracy theories, and pop culture influence. His story takes center stage in today's strange and obscure story. Jackie Gleason carved his path to stardom in New York's nightclub circuit, where his brassy comedic style and natural charisma drew attention, despite occasional accusations of joke theft from figures like Milton Berle. His ambition soon caught the eye of Jack Warner, earning him roles alongside stars like Humphrey Bogart. Offstage, Gleason's grandiose persona continued to dominate. Extravagant spending and heavy drinking defined his private life, with his legendary parties becoming so disruptive that one hotel even soundproofed his room to spare the other guests. His marriage to dancer Genevieve Halford was equally chaotic, with separations, reconciliations, and high-profile affairs. Despite questionable behavior, Gleason's career flourished during The Honeymooners, a groundbreaking sitcom that resonated deeply with working-class audiences. The show, which took off in the mid-1950s, depicted the struggles and dreams of everyday people, with Gleason playing the role of Ralph Cramden, a bus driver always scheming to improve his lot in life. It's set in apartment 3A of 328 Chauncey Street, mirrored the address of Gleason's childhood in Brooklyn, grounding the series in authentic experiences that struck a chord with millions of viewers. Gleason's approach to the show reflected his instinctual style. He famously avoided over-rehearsing, believing that spontaneity gave his performances a rawness that audiences connected with. This method often frustrated co-stars, but helped make Ralph's quick-witted quips and fiery exchanges with his wife Alice feel unfiltered and true to life. Around the same time as he was a rising star on television, Gleason also ventured into the music industry with a series of mood music albums. In 1952, he released his most celebrated work in this vein, Music for Lovers Only, with Capitol Records. Its lush, romantic orchestrations offered a striking contrast to his boisterous comedic image, resonating with listeners and earning a spot on the Billboard charts for over 3 years. Although Gleason often downplayed the contributions of his collaborators, the success of his music owed much to the talents of arranger Pete King, orchestrator George Williams, and trumpeter Bobby Hackett, whose smooth melodic playing became a defining feature of Gleason's sound. Gleason's recordings stood out for their state-of-the-art equipment and innovative stereo techniques, which provided unparalleled depth and clarity, appealing to audiophiles and casual listeners alike. Despite being unable to read or write music, Gleason had a sharp ear for detail, capable of pinpointing unintentional accidentals during recording sessions and assuring his albums perfectly captured the mood he envisioned. Ed Sullivan is often credited with introducing Elvis Presley to the nation on his iconic variety show in 1956. However, Elvis's television debut happened months earlier on the CBS program Stage Show. Hosted by the Dorsey brothers Jimmy and Tommy, Stage Show featured Elvis for the first time on January 28, 1956. Behind the scenes, Jackie Gleason, as the show's producer, played a key role in bringing the future king of rock and roll to national TV. Over 6 performances between January and March, Elvis wowed audiences with his hits like Heartbreak Hotel, carving his place in the spotlight well before Sullivan's show made him a household name. In 1962, Gleason ventured beyond comedy with the film Jigo, a heartfelt story he wrote and starred in as a mute janitor. Though the film received mixed reviews and failed at the box office, it revealed an introspective, dramatic side of Gleason's talent that many had never seen. This creative risk, despite its commercial failure, underscored his determination to push boundaries, a quality that extended into his personal life, particularly his fascination with the unknown. Jackie Gleason's fascination with UFOs became a defining aspect of his life, extending far beyond casual curiosity. A frequent guest on the late-night radio show The Party Line, he even built a UFO-shaped home in 1959, nicknamed the Mothership, as a space for hosting discussions about the unexplained. In fact, the cover of his 1958 album, The Torch, with the blue flame, was photographed at his Peekskill home and featured his longtime girlfriend, Honey Merrill. The same interest fueled one of the most enduring legends of Gleason's life, a rumored 1973 meeting with President Richard Nixon, during which Gleason allegedly witnessed classified evidence of extraterrestrial life. According to his then-wife, Beverly McKittrick, Gleason returned home visibly shaken and shared an extraordinary account of the encounter. The story is detailed in Paul Blake Smith's The Nixon Gleason Alien Encounter and discussed on Joe Rogan's podcast as recently as May 2023. Yet, evidence for Nixon's supposed trip with Gleason is scarce. Nixon's diary for February 19, 1973 records only a golf outing with Gleason, with no mention of clandestine activities. Nixon aide Frank Gannon later dismissed the claim, noting the president had no particular interest in UFOs. Even a secret letter, referenced in the 2018 book Watergate Exposed, failed to substantiate the story. In addition to his curiosity about UFOs, Gleason was deeply interested in the afterlife. He reportedly amassed a vast variety of books on the paranormal, life after death, and metaphysics. But Jackie Gleason's bombastic lifestyle undoubtedly affected his health. In 1987, he passed away due to complications from a rare form of colon cancer. While his notorious drinking and smoking likely played a role in his decline, Gleason approached his later years with resilience, continuing to work in entertainment until the very end. Yet, his legacy risks fading into the background for new generations, reduced to a handful of vintage album covers, tucked away and collecting dust. Thank you for joining us on today's adventure, and be sure to subscribe for more strange and obscure stories.